Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stranger Things characters that deserved better.
I'm so sorry.
For this list, we're looking at the characters who were underappreciated, treated unfairly, and/or died an unnecessary death. If you're not caught up on the series, beware of spoilers ahead. Who do you think deserved better? Plead your case in the comments below. Number 10, Steve Harrington.
Hey! Oh!
How many children are you friends with?
Many fans agree that Steve Harrington has one of the best character arcs in the series. He begins as a jerk, but he wasn't as cruel as his terrible friends. Thankfully, he ditches them and gets back with Nancy, becoming a bat-wielding hero in the process. But he suffers a major blow in season 2 when Nancy reveals she doesn't actually love him. And he almost apologized to her. Steve then puts his focus on being the best mom, a babysitter for the kids who are forever getting into life-threatening situations.
Always the babysitter. Always the goddamn babysitter.
He's also beaten up a lot. We love his platonic friendship with Robin, but we hope he finds true love so that he can live out his Winnebago dreams with a big family. Number 9, Joyce Byers.
Will, are you here?
Since season 1, Joyce Byers has endured so much. Losing a child is traumatic in itself, but discovering he's trapped in another realm is enough to send anyone over the edge, especially when no one believes you. Without her love and tenacity, Will would still be in the Upside Down. And in season 2, it's ultimately Joyce who saves him from the Mind Flayer, after her serious concerns were dismissed. Though she was right both times, she's faced with disbelief again in season 3, when she comes across another bizarre mystery.
And I thought, okay, that's weird, right? Why are all these magnets suddenly losing their magnetism?
Season 4 sees Joyce embark on the tumultuous Operation Get Hopper out of Russia, and despite many setbacks, still succeeds.
Now your turn. Go get Hopper.
Joyce Byers continues saving lives and clearly does not get the credit she deserves. Number 8, Terry Ives.
Mama, it's me. Jane. I'm here now.
While in college, Terry Ives was part of the government's Project MKUltra, run by Dr. Martin Brenner. She was unknowingly pregnant while she underwent experiments involving mind-altering drugs and gave birth to a superpowered daughter she named Jane. Brenner stole Jane to study her abilities.
Jane. Where's Jane?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I saw her. No, she wasn't breathing. She was crying. I heard it.
Terry tried for years to get her daughter back and almost succeeded, but Brenner administered electroshock therapy to silence her. Eleven learns about everything her mother went through when she goes to see her for the first and so far only time.
Sunflower. Rainbow. 450. Three to the right. 4 to the left. Sunflower.
The horrific experience left Terry's mental state destroyed, forcing her to relive the traumatic events on a loop. Number 7, Chrissy Cunningham. While we only knew the Hawkins cheerleader for one episode, Chrissy Cunningham played a significant role in the series. She's all smiles at the pep rally, but when she's sick in the bathroom, we find out just how bad she's struggling.
Chrissy? Did you hear me? Open the goddamn door, Chrissy! Open the door, Chrissy, or I'm gonna gut you like the fat pig that you are!
Vecna terrorizes the poor girl using the voice of her mother cruelly berating her about her body, leading Chrissy to seek out a way to numb her pain. It only took one scene with Chrissy and Eddie Munson for fans to form an emotional connection to not only their characters, but the budding friendship or romance between them.
You know, you're not what I thought you'd be like.
Mean and scary?
The queen of Hawkins High isn't snobby or rude, but actually sweet. Chrissy's unexpected kindness and relatability made her gruesome death all the more shocking and tragic.
Don't cry, Chrissy. It's time
suffering to end.
Number 6. Jonathan Byers. The Byers family as a whole deserves better, but when it comes to Jonathan, he's clearly the one who receives the least recognition. When his little brother went missing in season 1, he blamed himself for not looking out for him.
I should have been there for him.
No, oh no, you can't do that to yourself. This was not your fault.
Once Will returned, Jonathan made sure he was the best big brother possible, especially when Will was getting teased and feeling like an outcast. Jonathan is completely selfless, always looking out for others.
Being a freak is the best, right? I'm a freak.
Is that why you don't have any friends?
I have friends, Will.
Then why are you always hanging out with me?
Because you're my best friend.
His character was reduced to a stoner and sidelined in season 4. However, in the final 2 episodes, Jonathan is there for Will when everyone else is focused on other things. He sees the pain his brother's in and takes a moment during all the madness to reassure him that he loves him no matter what.
Because you're my brother, and I love you. And there is nothing in this world, okay? Absolutely nothing that will ever change that.
Number 5. Alexei.
Stop.
Season 3 introduced us to Russian scientist Dr. Alexei. At first, he's considered a bad guy since he's working in the mysterious lab underneath Hawkins' Starcourt Mall. But after he's kidnapped by Jim Hopper and Joyce Byers, Alexei, who Hopper repeatedly refers to as Smirnoff, quickly becomes a lovable character. His childlike joy for things like cherry Slurpees and cartoons melted our hearts.
Нет вишни, нет уговора.
He says, no cherry, no deal.
And even though he fears the wrath of his former comrades, he still agrees to help stop them from opening the gate. Alexei's excitement playing games at the fair and winning a big Woody Woodpecker was simply adorable. But sadly, his blossoming friendship with Murray is cut short when he's taken out by Grigori. Alexei's infectious smile and pure heart are still greatly missed. Number 4. Bob Newby.
Hey there. Hey. Do you happen to have these in any other colors? I'm not a big fan of orange.
Just checking back.
When the iconic Sean Astin joined the cast in season 2, fans were over the moon. Even better was his endearing, proudly nerdy character of Bob Newby, Joyce's new boyfriend. His genuine love for Joyce extended to her boys Jonathan and Will. And even though they weren't the biggest fans of him at first, he briefly became the kind father they never had.
Went on like that for months. And then one day, the nightmares suddenly stopped. Want to know how?
Bob wanted to take the Byers clan away from Hawkins for a fresh start. But that never happened because, being the hero that he is, Bob risked his life to save everyone, which resulted in him being killed by a demo dog.
It's gonna be okay. Remember Bob Newby, superhero.
It's a truly brutal way to go out, and we're still not over the loss. Number 3. Barbara Holland.
We just made out a couple times.
We just made out a couple times.
Nance, seriously, you're gonna be so cool now, it's ridiculous.
No, I'm not.
You better still hang out with me. That's all I'm saying.
As Nancy Wheeler's reasonably cautious best friend, Barbara Holland became an instant fan favorite, and her death on the show's inaugural season became a cultural phenomenon. She saw Nancy being drawn to the rude popular crowd and tried to warn her. But after dragging her to a party on a school night, a pretty lame one at that, Nancy ditches Barb to be with Steve. This leaves her to sulk by the pool, where the blood from her wounded hand attracts the Demogorgon and she's pulled into the Upside Down. Nancy's guilt over her best friend's tragic, preventable death follows her through the seasons, proving just how valuable Barb's friendship was to her. Justice for Barb.
I got a little secret. Go and read it, tweet it. Barb is still alive.
Number 2. Will Byers. Even though Will Byers is still alive in the series, there's no doubt that he's the one who suffered the most. He was trapped in the Upside Down for the majority of season 1, and even before he went missing, he was teased by jerks at school. Joyce tells Hopper that even his terrible father called him names for being sensitive.
They make fun of him, they call him names, they laugh at him, his clothes.
His clothes? What's wrong with his clothes?
I don't know, does that matter?
Maybe.
Look, he's a sensitive kid.
In season 2, Will was possessed by the Mind Flayer. By season 3, he's feeling alone after being ignored by his friends. Will slipped into the background in season 4, and he broke our hearts when he opened up about his feelings.
When you're different, sometimes you feel like a mistake. But you make her feel like she's not a mistake at all, like she's better for being different. And that gives her the courage to fight on.
Now that he's back in Hawkins, he can sense Vecna again. Will Byers is the heart of the series, and we just want to see him thrive. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Benny Hammond, the generous cook who unceremoniously lost his life after caring for 11.
Yeah. What's it mean?
11.
All right, then. There you go. Take it easy, take it easy.
Karen Wheeler, a loving mother just doing her best.
This world, it beats you up again and again until eventually most people, they just stop trying.
Agent Harmon, aka Unnamed Hero Agent, died protecting Will, Jonathan, and Mike from the military.
I shoot, you run!
Agent Wallace, wounded and taken prisoner while trying to protect Eleven's whereabouts.
Please. Just don't kill her. Promise me you won't kill her.
Chester, remember when the Byers family had a dog? Apparently neither do they. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Eddie Munson. After the massive season 4 finale, fans collectively mourned the loss of this season's most beloved character. Eddie Munson may be boisterous and intimidating, but the fact that the heavy metal dungeon master took Mike, Dustin, and Lucas under his wing when they entered high school proves he's a great guy. When he meets up with Chrissy in the woods, he sees that she's anxious and proceeds to make her laugh.
You know, you're not what I thought you'd be like.
Mean and scary?
Eddie's friendship with Dustin is so wholesome, and we loved seeing them fight side by side, not to mention the epic guitar shred.
Chrissy, this is for you.
Unfortunately, he sacrifices himself to save a town that sees him as a Satan-worshipping murderer. It's one of the most heart-wrenching scenes in all of Stranger Things history. R.I.P. to the legendary Eddie Munson, the hero Hawkins doesn't deserve.
And it's finally my year.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.